to my channel. My name is Jenna. I'm just gonna get right into it. I wanted to wait to make this video until I got paid again, but I was really excited. I just couldn't wait. So I just wanted to go over like my paycheck check-in. A lot of people do like weekly check-ins, but I get paid twice a month, and so it makes more sense for me to break things down, at least right now, from the beginning of when I get paid until the end of that pay cycle. So that's what I'm gonna do. Future videos, I imagine there'll be some changes, but as of right now, that's what I'm gonna do. The spending tracker that I use, I did link in another video. It's a freebie that I got from, I think it's a lifeofplanners.com or something like that. I can't remember, but I'll link it again. Like I said, it's free. It's really pretty, and I use it to track my expenses, and not really with bills or anything like that I budget for. I usually only use this for anything that my debit card swipes that I actually haven't budgeted for, just so I can kind of see where my money's going. Now, this paycheck was rough. I'm just gonna be completely honest. This paycheck was really rough, and it started out rough. And usually my paychecks that I get at the end of the month that go towards the beginning of the next month, for some reason, I'm not sure why, but I always end up with a lot less money to work with. This one was particularly hard, and you'll see why. But we'll just go ahead and get into it. So the first thing that I bought, I got paid on the 28th. Backstory. I had surgery on the 23rd. I was pretty much down and out the entire week. I still am not better, but I got like an infection, and I was back and forth to the hospital a lot, so I didn't go to work. And so the day that I got paid, I think it snowed really badly, and that entire weekend I just didn't go outside at all. Until then, I had to go and get some first aid, some bandages and things like that for my arms, where I have my wounds at, especially after the surgery and the infection. It's a whole different type of bandage that I have to now purchase. And so that's what this Walgreens purchase was. I buy specific bandages, and the only reason I go to Walgreens is because I don't live near like a Walmart or anything, and I'm not really sure if Family Dollar has the things that I want, so I go to the pharmacy to get the things that I need, just to be on the safer side. So it does get expensive going to Walgreens, and I do find myself going often, but that's kind of what I have to do right now unless something changes. But that was the first thing. And then this is what really killed it for me, guys. Okay, listen. Because I didn't use my car that entire weekend that it had snowed, I asked my boyfriend to like go and clean off my car so that the following Monday when I had to return to work, I would just be able to get in and go. I noticed he didn't come back for a while, and I texted him and asked him what was going on. He told me that my battery wouldn't start. So my battery died while it was sitting out there. And the weather here has just been, some days it's 40 degrees, and the next day it's like 2 degrees, and it's just been all over the place. So my battery died. I had to call roadside assistance through my insurance, and my insurance, they covered the cost of the guy coming out, but they didn't cover the cost of replacing the battery. And basically, and I don't know if I was gypped. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if he was trying to pull one over on me because I'm a woman, and you know how mechanics can be. But he essentially was telling me that he could jump my battery, but whenever I move the car and get to where I'm going, I'm gonna have problems again. I have a 2020 Hyundai Elantra, and it's the most like high-tech car I've ever had. So I didn't want to take any chances. I don't take any chances on my car. If someone's like, this needs to be fixed, I'm like, all right, let's do it. And so luckily I had just gotten paid, so I didn't have to dip into my emergency savings. But that was the amount that I had to pay to replace the battery, because I had to get a specific battery for my car because of all the tech that's in it. And that hurt. I'm not even gonna lie with you. That hurt so bad. And that, you know, this, like I said, this paycheck, for some reason, I end up spending more on bills and things. And so my account has been not looking great since this payment was taken. So yeah, moving on. Uber Eats, I ordered some groceries for us because usually my boyfriend and I go to the store. We usually go to Walmart and get groceries, but because of my surgery and I can't lift anything, the doctor said I'm not allowed to, so I just ordered groceries. And quite honestly, I'm probably going to continue doing this. It is a little bit more expensive for less groceries because you have to pay the fees and the tip and all. But that's what these two expenses are for, because I do tip. I try to tip whenever I'm doing anything service related and someone has to work. And so I had spent about $126 on groceries, which is actually pretty normal for us right now. We do grocery shopping weekly, and so that's kind of what I expected to spend. So yeah, that was groceries. Next, Walmart. Now, if I'm being completely honest with you, I do not remember what I got from Walmart, but I did not. There's a Walmart right by my job, so it was like temptation was there and I went for it. I think I went in for something very specific and I ended up getting things that I didn't necessarily need. So that's what that is. Amazon. Now, this purchase was for my hair mostly because I get like lace fronts, and so I have bought some supplies that I needed for a lace front that I actually have purchased on my credit card. I had to get another one just because the one that I had was very curly and beautiful and I love her, but high maintenance. And with me only having one working arm, I just needed a hairstyle that was easy to do, low maintenance. And so I bought that on the credit card and I bought things for it and a couple of other miscellaneous stuff like for my planner on this Amazon purchase. Starbucks. Again, you're gonna see time and again, a lot of these purchases are abnormal for me, but because I'm injured, I've just not really, I didn't make myself breakfast. That's really what it came down to. I couldn't muster up the strength to make coffee and to make breakfast for myself that morning. And so I reloaded my Starbucks card with the 15 bucks and I just ordered breakfast that day. I don't really, if I'm honest, I don't go to Starbucks that often. I go with my work crew. The three of us usually go. And in those instances, the company pays for it. I don't pay for it. But I was alone, so I had to get myself some caffeine before work, and that's what that was. I wish they let you load less than $15 on the app, and it frustrates me because I just needed, I was like $2 short. You know, I'm just like, come on, guys, y'all killing me. So that's what that is. Next, I had to get gas. That's actually kind of what I expect as far as the amount. That's pretty normal. Chick-fil-A, I didn't make anything for lunch. What was going on this week, which is last week now, my boyfriend's mother was being very wonderful, and she would every night that week, like during the weekdays, she either cooked us dinner or she bought us dinner. And so even though I bought these groceries I fully intended to use during this week, I didn't have to, and I'm very grateful to her because, you know, she knows that I had the surgery and she knows it's been hard on me, and so she's been taking care of us. And so because she's been bringing us food, it usually lasts us only that night, and then like kind of have to figure out lunch. And so that's what happened here is I just was like, well, I want Chick-fil-A, so I'm gonna get Chick-fil-A. Domino's, this was this past weekend, I think. again, couldn't cook, but his mother, you know, she gave us food for the weekday. And so the weekend was kind of up to us. And so I was just like, F it, let's get Domino's, let's get pizza. This was right after my dentist appointment. And so I knew I didn't want to go home and cook anything or try to scrounge anything together. So I bought pizza for me and my boyfriend. These next two are Ubers that I got from my family members. My dad had asked me to get an Uber for my little sister, my baby sister. She's in high school and she's in all these different clubs and things. And she had a robotics competition that was way far from where they lived. And so he called me and asked me if I would get her Uber there and back. And so that's what these two charges are. He did pay me back for this. And he paid me. My dad is not technologically savvy, and so he still deals everything with cash. I've tried to get him a bank account and get him on Zelle, and he just is like, I don't know what, I can't. So he paid me back in cash, and I have the cash in my purse, but I bank with Capital One, and so they don't really have ATMs, they don't have banks, and so I'm just kind of holding on to it, really. And that's why I don't like dealing with him, but he's my dad, what can I do, you know? But this happens actually pretty often where I'm helping out different family members with different things like that. So moving on, Walgreens, I went in for concealer and I came out with many items, as you can see. I can't tell you off the top of my head what all I bought from Walgreens. Oh, I know now. I got concealer and then I had to get some shampoo. And even though I wear lace fronts, my hair is natural. And so because my hair is natural, I can't just get the basic $3, shampoo. I have to get the one that works best for my hair. I, years back, went completely natural and was doing like wash and goes and had my curly curls out. And I learned a whole lot about different hair care products and what's best for my particular hair. And so I only buy specific brands, and I'm starting a different brand than I usually get because they didn't have the one that I needed, but I knew I needed shampoo. So I just bought that one and it was not cheap, but that's what that was at Walgreens. I took my car to the car wash. Again, it's been snowing really bad, and so a lot of salt. My car is just looking nasty. And I said, girl, we are not doing this anymore. I'm gonna get you right. So me and my boyfriend went on a date. He took me on a date. We went to brunch, and then after brunch, we went to the car wash. He paid for brunch, I paid for the car wash, and I just get the deluxe because I realistically only take my car to the car wash like once every 3 months. And so I'm like, yeah, I'll just get the deluxe car wash. And so that's what that was. Walgreens again, first aid again. The bandages that I bought on this day, I ran out of, so I needed more. And so since I was picking up a prescription, I just was getting it all done in one fell swoop. So I bought some more of the bandages that I needed. And this is from today. I stopped and got gas again. And typically, I only have to get gas once per pay period. But I've been back and forth to the hospital so much since the surgery. It's been ridiculous. My videos haven't been getting uploaded because I haven't had the bandwidth between leaving work early to go back to the hospital and the job that I have, which is stressful, and school. And I had a midterm this weekend. I've been all over the place, okay? So I usually don't get gas twice, but I don't get paid again until Monday, and today is Wednesday, and I knew my car would not be able to make it. There's just no way. And I didn't want to risk it, so I just went and got gas again. Okay, so that is where we're at right now. I didn't think about this before, but perhaps I could total it out. I'm gonna write it in erasable pen just because I know I still have time left before I get paid again. And so even tonight, I have to order groceries again, just to have something for the weekend because I just didn't plan well ever since the surgery. All of my routines, all of everything that I have in place to keep my life in order has been flying off the rails, including the way that I plan groceries. It's all been just great, I'll say, just grand. But I'm gonna go ahead and tally these amounts up, and I'm just gonna write it here in this erasable pen. That way, if there are more, I can just move this down. So let's see. I didn't think about tallying it up until just now, because if I had thought about it, I definitely would have done it as I went along and not waited until the end. But what can you do? Yeah, so just kind of what's been going on. I have, like I said, been back and forth to the hospital. These wounds aren't healing the way that I expected them to. And every time something happens differently, I'm like reaching out to the surgeon's office to just figure out what to do. So they had me on antibiotics last week, and things went well from what I could tell. And, you know, I go back to the hospital last Thursday, and the doctor's like, you're healing a lot quicker than we thought you would. This is great. And I felt great and everything felt fine. And so she said I could stop taking the antibiotics because, you know, you're not supposed to really take them long term. It's not good for you. And so I stopped taking them Wednesday, actually. Wednesday morning was the last one I had one. And then Friday, the infection came back. And I was thinking, you know, I'm just gonna monitor it. I'm not gonna freak out this weekend. I'm just gonna see what happens. And what I noticed is it was this terrible smell that was happening. And I didn't understand. And I did research on infections and stuff. And so I know that a strong odor is usually a sign of infection. So I reached out again and I told them what was going on Monday. And even though I had an appointment Tuesday, she was like, come see me Monday. So I go Monday. Oh my God, it's so much money. Now, I'm gonna finish telling my story and then I'll get back into this. So I go Monday, and come to find out, the wound was lying to me. It was not as healed as I thought. And she put me back on antibiotics. So I'm on it again, the same one as before. And I'm really kind of concerned as to what the long-term, like, I don't know what this is going to mean for me long-term. The surgery is meant to remove the entire thing. But my body being its unique self, of course, had other plans. So my hope is just that it gets to a point where it's manageable. It doesn't hurt. I'm grateful for that. The antibiotics is making it hurt now, but it wasn't hurting before. So I'm thinking it's just this autoimmune system runs deeper than just my skin. And I know there's not really a lot of knowledge around hidradenitis, and doctors are kind of just figuring out as they go. They don't want to admit it, but I know it, they know it, it's all right. You know, I'm essentially a guinea pig in the medical system right now, but that is why there's so many. That's why I wanted to get gas twice. That's why the Chick-fil-A and the Domino's happen. That's why the Starbucks happen. That's why the Uber Eats happen. That's why the Walgreens. All of these things took place because I'm sick. I'm broken. So I tallied up these amounts. That hurts to see, and I'm not happy that that much was spent. And I just know if that didn't happen, it would not be that amount. Now, I will say I did put a little bit in savings. I really wanted to stick with my goal for, my goal for this month, which was to put aside $200 in savings per paycheck. Since I get paid twice a month, that would have been $400. But because this happened, and then all these other things took place, that was essentially impossible. So I did put money aside, and then I had to pull it out again. And I even had to spend money that I had in a sinking fund. And somehow I am still broke. This paycheck has been terrible. It's been so bad. But yeah, that's where things are at right now. And I have to say, I used my credit card to buy my hair, but even though I am on my last, I also dipped again into my savings today. I pulled $50 out of my savings, and so essentially all the money that I put in the savings this pay period has come out plus an additional $5. So it's just been it's not my month so far. It's not starting out like the month that I want, and so I'm just doing the best I can with what I got. When I do my next budgeting video, there are going to be some changes. There's some things that took place between me and my boyfriend with his finances, and I'm going to be helping him out. So now it's going to be looped into mine, but that's a whole conversation for later. But yeah, this is my spending as of today, which is February 8th. This video will not go up on February 8th. It most likely will go up on, I'm hoping, the 11th. We'll see. But yeah, bear with me, guys. I'm hoping that this train wreck of my health and my money ends pretty soon, because I don't like that. I don't like it. Don't want to see it no more. But usually the paycheck that I get in the middle of the month is a lot easier on my budget and is a lot more calm. And so I'm really looking forward to that calm. It's going to be a breath of fresh air. Whether or not I can meet my savings goal for the month, I truly do not know. But I'm going to do my best to do what I can. And when that happens, I will let you guys know. All right, so that's it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching, for the people who've commented and subscribed and have been following me on this little journey of mine and my little corner of the internet. I'm really grateful that I get to share things with people. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys so much. See you later.